Hey guys, welcome. Okay, so what are we going to do today?
Oh, what
First
should I
off,
try this time?
there's currently a new event. A new event again. At just the beginning of the version. And it's happening at Mondstadt. I think of Palace and Bruce. Yeah. So we're not going to be doing that
I do.
first. Let me first go back to Port Ormos in Sumeru and finish the Archon quest. Well, no.
Standing around. How absurd.
There's supposed to be a new Archon quest anyway. Let me just finish the Archon quest here in Port Ormos. I think this is where we meet Al, since his name is a little bit difficult to pronounce. Alhaitham? Is it? Did I pronounce it right?
This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see if we can spot the group they mentioned.
Okay. And by the way, I am so loving this gift from Cloud Retainer. It looks so cute. It's so cute.
Should I adjust the shipping schedule?
You sit down and wait for some
Oh,
time.
you've arrived. Please take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the power of the Scarlet King, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
King Dashred. Scarlet King.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of Mora this time, so we mustn't underestimate them.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick Mora?
Yeah, with Boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to bring our god back this time.
All these guys talk about is the Scarlet King, so they're probably the ones we're looking for.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when the Scarlet King exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Greater Lord Rukadabata? A traitor?
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that if we get the chance later.
It probably has something to do with the Archon War. Get some information from the Eremites.
Huh? Who are you? What do you want?
I'm a student from the academia.
A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos?
I'm looking for info about a certain something.
Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Hand him 50 Mora, hand him 500,000 Mora.
Paimon can't stand to see so much more go. But there's no other choice right now.
Oh, Paimon is struggling.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Well, what are you waiting for?
I just have one more question.
Oh, that's right. We heard you mention the Scarlet King just now. We're actually interested to know more because we're archaeology students.
That was a dead giveaway of suspicion, you know.
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little extra info. As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of the Scarlet King. Years ago, the Scarlet King founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru. The Scarlet King was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
I mean, God of Wisdom is in line with the Archon, with the Dendro Archon. So of course, whoever becomes a Dendro Archon becomes the God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed the Scarlet King's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies. Furthermore, she conspired with the academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. Ugh, just thinking about it sickens me. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. The Scarlet King isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection.
Or probably it's someone's machination.
Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten their true god will suffer retribution together.
That ought to include us, right? Since we're students of the academia, which is kind of very weird. I mean, he hated the academia, and yet we introduce ourselves as students of the academia. So wouldn't he be not telling us this kind of info? It's so weird.
If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of the Scarlet King.
Can you tell us more about the Oracle?
I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Alhaitham.
You again?
Oh.
Deranged academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things uncomfortable for you.
It's Alhaitham.
Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory.
It has kind of cool eyes, you know.
Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the more you're worth.
Kick the pieman.
Hey! Shut it, Alhaitham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like this,
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your boss.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with you.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then. It does not preclude him from changing his mind in the future.
I'm warning you, don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the academia because it just complicates things. For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make an exception.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Teyvat.
Ah, yeah, the Archon War.
If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than the mere falling through of a few business deals. I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, I fear that by then, some things will have happened that cannot be undone. Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today. Otherwise, he might blame you for not telling him in the future.
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through
he's
on my
actually a
word in the
dendro.
past?
He's actually a dendro. I thought he was an animal because of his color scheme, but he's a dendro. This is so great.
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 mora to them.
Tarek.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word to the students, would it?
Well...
Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Emirites running too. Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. Let's catch up with him and ask some questions.
Oh, come on. This is like...
Wait, after him!
Where? It's like deja vu, you know, with with a certain Fatui comrade.
Fresh fruits and veggies, both quantity and quality.
Wait up! It's Alhaitham, right?
Alhaitham.
What do you want?
Dad, thank you for your help back there.
No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. We're even. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future. All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask you about! Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story about certain something, no?
Who exactly are you two? And why are you inquiring about that?
I'm a student from the academia. So we're still going with that.
Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
I know a thing or two about swordplay. Perhaps we can also talk terms.
Huh? Oh, yeah! He's really strong! Weren't you saying something about a physical exchange? We can help with that.
He doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Oh, we don't have a vision, huh?
Maybe not, but he can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from from guys like that.
I know, Paimon. I'm also like that.
Those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting. Even if you don't go alone, you won't regret taking us with you.
Yeah.
All right, I accept. Got a pen and paper? If you're searching for someone who sells that kind of merchandise, I'll give you one of their addresses, and you can try your luck. We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you show up or not.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does that mean you can tell us exactly what we're after?
You were willing to part with 500,000 mora for something and you didn't even know what it was?
The only thing we know is that it involves the academia.
Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile. Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far, so I don't waste time repeating information.
Alright,
It's
alright.
connected to the academia
Yeah.
somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too. What else?
It seems like some kind of knowledge.
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before.
Yeah, or only by info and description of what the thing is, but never actually what it looks like or...
This is what you've been looking for.
Why? So he has it the entire time?
Paimon can't tell what it is. It looks like some kind of ornament.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha.
Oh?
Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents.
Anyone?
Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules confer their contents without any requisites.
Oh. But wait,
That's amazing.
that's probably not the knowledge we were looking for. The one Alhaitham holds, it's probably not the knowledge we were looking for.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess or trade them.
Then why do you have one?
They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this world who are dissatisfied with life as designed for them by the Akasha and wish to change their fate. Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are a means to Mora for the Eremites. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens and hapless academia students. Well, I think that about sums it up.
I heard that the academia lost something recently.
Oh, so that's your true objective.
I want to learn more about it.
With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer.
Perhaps we can negotiate further?
You're still resolved. Fine. Let's talk somewhere with fewer people.
Now I am having second thoughts whether I should pull for Sino or Nahida. Because... oh, it's the... oh. It's got iron chunks instead of the blue one.
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something.
What is it?
I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. Some say that as long as there is profit to be made, there is nothing she won't dare to sell. She's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her wares don't comply with Academia regulations. I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intention of letting me get any further.
Why? Because you're part of the academia?
Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This is my condition for further collaboration.
That's no problem with us. I mean, after all, we're outlanders.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privileges.
Fine. So how do we go about doing this?
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's address and their contact password. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve. You'll have to improvise.
This is kind of asking.
Well, we can just simply ask her what we're looking for.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who she deems to have good taste. I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and earn her approval.
It's just like Child. I mean, Child did provide us funds too back in Liyue.
What? We only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time! We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad. Is that something we can learn quickly?
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight?
I can use it.
Oh? That's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Anyway, that ability should resolve your issue.
Oh, is that so?
Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the same to Paimon.
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
Oh, this one is releasing much more.
Did you see anything?
The one on the left shines brighter.
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental sight. That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it is in Dendro energy. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value.
Paimon is just staring at
Using
it.
elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning Dory's trust.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Sounds pretty impressive for someone who could use the elemental sight, you know.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here is the Mora for purchasing canned knowledge. Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any Mora left over, just keep it.
Just like Child.
Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately. Your efforts will be for naught if they catch you.
Matra. I was talking about the Matra is the withering, right?
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. Like I said, the Academia has banned both their trade and possession.
Oh, so this is actually a this is not a term of the Aranari, but actually human a term.
The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, now's the time.
I'll help you find
Okay,
Dory.
Then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory, come find me at the Wikela Funduk. We'll have an open discussion then.
Looking at what Alhaitham wrote, Dory's informant is a trader near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Okay, let's read it first. Looking to buy unripe Hara fruits. Ask the informant to take you to Dory. Wear a morning flower, looking to buy canned knowledge. Wear a Sumeru rose, looking to buy products legally available on the market. Mouse, customer, Rishbal and tiger, Matra. Taken by mice, sold to customers. Taken by a Rishbal and tiger, confiscated by a Matra. Pack in Sumeru style, to purchase a small amount. Pack in Port Ormos style, to purchase in bulk. Complementing a customer of skill corresponds to Hara fruit that causes dizziness and ringing in the ears. Complementing a customer of erudition corresponds to Hara fruit that causes heat stroke. That's kind of an informant code chart, like oh yeah, passwords or something. A bag of Mara given by Alhaitham for purchasing can knowledge. You can feel the heavy weight of the bag. Where was Child's Mara? Funds provided by Child. The sense of stability one gets from away also makes one unwilling to part with money. The face value of each of these gold coins is very large, but they can be redeemed for a smaller change at Nordland Bank. Very, very childlike.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy?
Okay, let's see. Ask the informant to take you to Dory. We want to buy some unripe Hara fruits. There's nothing to say about the raw Hara fruits, though.
What a unique palate. We have unripe Hara fruits, but we usually keep them in the back. I'll have someone escort you.
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Ronak, these two want to buy unripe Hara fruits. Show them to the warehouse.
Got it. You two, please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means
Every ship
common
deserves the
merch.
best maintenance.
Buy products available on the market.
Look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
I'm looking to buy
My
can
mistake.
knowledge.
I do apologize.
That pop quiz sure was scary.
Well, at least Jaime is the one
warehouse
who's
is up
who's
ahead.
doing this
Please
now.
follow me.
Now this guy walks very fast, or his shouts like just too short.
Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things.
Okay.
Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our Hara fruits were taken by mice.
Customer. I'm sorry to hear that. Congratulations to you. A customer's skill corresponds to Hara fruit that causes complimenting a customer's erudition corresponds to Hara fruit that causes heat stroke. Wait. Many of the Hara fruits were taken by mice. It means sold to customers. Congratulations to you.
Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
I have some customer skill cards. Sahara fruit that causes distance and ringing the ears. This is with a slide of tinnitus, please. I prefer something that causes heat stroke. Complimenting a customer for erudition corresponds to Sahara fruit that causes heat stroke. Dizziness with a side of...
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating Hara fruit that makes your head and ears ring sounds like a bad life decision.
Would you like your Hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style?
To purchase a small part. To purchase in bulk. A small amount. No. We can't buy it in small amount. So we need Port Ormos style, which is to purchase in bulk.
Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products beautifully. Okay, Everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
What?
What? The Matcha? Where? Alhaitham said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here.
Okay, but what does the
We
mantra
don't
look
know this
like?
area, so let's follow that informant.
Wait, where did it go?
He ran that way. Look, he's over there.
What about Dory, though?
Hey, if you're hiding from the rich balloon tiger, come this way. Another password. Huh? Oh, that voice came from behind the building on the right. Here, over here. You can stop running now.
Oh, there was no mantra. It was just... There was no mantra. It was just another test.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
Yeah, it was just a test, I mean.
These two good customers wish to buy some horror fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just excuse myself.
Oh, very good. Thank you. Huh? Wait, you're Dory? Paimon sure thought you'd look a whole lot scarier. Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch what you say, then you can forget about doing any business.
Oh, we're very sorry. Shush, Paimon, shush.
But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything, but I bet my Mora that you've been involved in some shady dealings, haven't you?
A lot. We've been to a lot. I mean, how many nations have we already been to? We've been to 3, many more shady dealings than you can count.
Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment, but we'll take it.
Right. Our dogs are currently going crazy because there's one that's currently on her time of the month, and you know how can they go crazy. So I'm sorry if it's a little bit noisy.
I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces, no matter how much Mora they might have. Not only will they get caught by the Matra, but they'll also get us into trouble. As decent folks trying to run an honest business, we don't need any of that. Wouldn't you agree?
An honest business, huh? I could almost... I think being a black market isn't an honest business, you know.
So that's why I prefer to have customers like you.
Someone with a criminal record?
It's your first time here, but don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, please, knock yourself out.
Yeah, so how many knowledge capsules are we going to get? I hope her prices are reasonable at
As
least.
long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good.
Can you show us your products?
Ah, yes, of course, of course. Go ahead. Help yourselves. Voila!
Hmm?
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in serious trouble if the Matra caught her with all this. What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Don't worry, I'm not interested in your reasons for buying. I can, however, offer some suggestions. Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hilichurls. Only 3 people in all of Teyvat have ever studied it, making it extremely rare. It's on sale now for 350,000 Mora.
We already get our lessons from someone at Mondstadt.
Yeesh, who would want to be an expert in that topic? Or how about the architectural styles and construction methods of Teyvat in the early Archon War period? With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-paying job in nearly any nation.
I pretty much doubt it.
Ooh, now this sounds like it could be useful. 2 million Mora, and it's yours. No discounts. Whoa, that's a lot of Mora! Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. The contents and price of each knowledge capsule are indicated in small text on the body of each one, down at the bottom.
We need to pick the most expensive one. Just as Alhaitham.
Let's try the method that Alhaitham mentioned.
Yeah, the most expensive one. I see so many. 1, 2, 3. I'll take this one. And this one. As well as this one.
Ah, you've really got a good head on your shoulders and quite the eye for quality.
You pick and choose a variety of canned knowledge.
We'll take these, please and thank you. My oh my, you are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you are a rare breed. 1 in 100. No, 1 in 1,000 even.
It wasn't actually said how much Alhaitham gave us. How much Alhaitham gave us.
Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 more and more, you can pick any knowledge capsule of your choice up to a value of 1 million Mora. Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million!
Calm down, Paimon. Don't let her trick you into spending more. Calm down, Paimon.
All the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 Mora. If we spend just a little more, we can get something worth 1 million Mora. Isn't that a fantastic deal?
It's not like it's any different from the million Mora we already got.
Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. And so far, everything we bought belongs to Alhaitham. Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself?
I think you're the one who's curious. You just want to see me try it. I think you're the one who's curious.
Come on, come on! We still have around 100,000 of Alhaitham's Mora left, so let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you. Ahem, you've got a deal, Dory. We'd like to spend an extra 100,000.
Oh my god, that's like a facepalm. I hope that Paimon doesn't get us into trouble this time.
Excellent. Then please select from this fine collection of canned knowledge over here.
Alright. Just...
Hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever we wanted. Why can't we choose the ones from over there? Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million mora each. I'm sure discerning customers like yourselves will be able to find something to your liking. Please, take your time. Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these.
Maybe we should just pass this time. Alright, I'll have a look. Hey, it's a scam. I don't see anything.
What did you see?
They all seem to be equally bright. And not a single one is glowing.
So they're all worth about the same amount?
Yeah. No.
Well, anyway, the mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful.
I knew it.
Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques.
I knew it.
The art of growing spices. An overview of ancient runes. Oh, how about this one? Sword fighting techniques 8. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go with this one.
Whatever makes Paimon happy.
Dory, we'll take this one. All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon. Whether it's canned knowledge or anything else you need, bring your mora to Dory and doors will open.
She just scammed us in our last transaction.
If Dory went smoothly enough, let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Alhaitham.
Sword fighting.
Now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
Do we still have it though? No, we don't have it anymore. Oh, goodbye, Alhaitham's bag of mora. Maybe I should have chosen. Maybe I should have chosen to pass. Can knowledge purchase a Doris boot with mora given to you by Alhaitham. Package as common commodities to keep it low key. But wait, where is the book? The can of knowledge about the sword. Oh, it's a can knowledge techniques 8. It was bought from Dora, but at the price of 100,000 Paimon's instigation. You have no idea where the first 7 in the series are, but things like combat techniques will always be useful. Well, probably. All right, let's go find Elite.
Perfect color.
Where is he? At the Eremite.
Ah, you two made it. And from the looks on your faces, you were successful.
Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wakela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here. I came to Port Ormos under the pretense of conducting official business.
Official business?
You're a pretty daring guy.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcher won't come here. Okay, now, tell me how your encounter with Dory went.
Wait. The Matra won't come there when there's a lot of Academia students there? You bring Alhaitham up to date to give him the count knowledge first.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost now?
Before that, I have to ask. Why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer, of course.
It's not a secret or anything. We want to meet with the Dendro Archon.
He just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumeru for a while now, but we still haven't found a way. When we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to the gods, we came here in case it turned out to be our lucky break.
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule. Use it, and you'll gain the wisdom of the gods.
Really? why does the knowledge castle like that exist?
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to meet the Dendro Archon? Ooh, or how to find your sister?
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And it's right here, in Port Ormos.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next.
Your goal is to find it too?
I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the Divine Knowledge Capsule truly is. As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. The knowledge contained within may bring great power or wealth to whoever has it in their possession. Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no victor. My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I finally managed to reach a tentative agreement with several brigades.
It sounds more like like D-Look. I mean, you know, that story about Venti's goblet. And the Fatui has been spreading fakes all over, and D-Look is doing nothing but buying and buying it, regardless whether it's true or not. It's genuine or not.
I agreed to forego ownership of the Divine Knowledge Capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, there's no harm in understanding what it is. However, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation, such as those from Ain al-Ahmar.
I know.
They adamantly believe that the Divine Knowledge Capsule contains the Scarlet King's power, and that he will return to this world when they obtain it. They refuse to let anyone from the Academia tarnish their deity's soul.
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate with you?
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. To that end, they've resorted to many methods more foul than fair in order to amass sufficient funds. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiating with me.
There's nothing more scary than a cult's devotion, after all.
The Divine Knowledge Capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each brigade will place their own bid, and the prize will be covertly given to the winner. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade will not publicly disclose their victory. Unless I know whose hands the Divine Knowledge Capsule ends up in, my agreements with them will fall through. Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me. With you on board now, the situation is different.
Yeah, we're like the middlemen. The middlemen to Dory and Alhaitham.
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is.
Yes, you can say that. But this arrangement harms none of us. The day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the Divine Knowledge Capsule's whereabouts. If she has no information, wait 2 days and approach her again. If I get the opportunity to study the Divine Knowledge Capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation?
That's exactly what I want.
Alhaitham, before you go, we actually bought a knowledge capsule for ourselves, but we're not sure how to use it.
You two want to try using a knowledge capsule? Sure, I can teach you. Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic, though. What do you say we head to the outskirts of town?
Yes, of course. Especially under the eyes of the students. So let's go here. I'll just go through this one, and after this one, I'll probably end the video. They want her out, but there's no way I can let her out. Okay.
All right. This place works. Show me the capsule you purchased.
You'll probably look at us silly.
Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something of a rare find these days, since most have been taken by the Eremites to augment their battle capabilities.
Oh, so Paimon chose a very good one then.
Really? Aw, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, effects will likely be minimal if you already possess a high amount of strength.
Really?
We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles, one before using this knowledge capsule and one after. While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor your various physical parameters. There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in your opponent's abilities. But don't worry, I'll run statistical analyses afterward to mitigate any confounding effects.
He knows how to use the terminal very well.
Wow! Alhaitham! You must have been one of those guys at the academia who got top grades on everything.
Yeah, it's very sus. He knows the terminal very well.
Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academia, right? So, why are you risking getting caught by the mantra for this capsule?
I'm also curious about this.
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity. This is but one theory.
Sounds like you're trying to avoid the question.
All right, let's begin the test. Just fight as you normally do.
Alright. Should I also use addition? Or maybe I shouldn't have gotten the enemy reinforcement. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten the traveler in here. Alright, let me
Just what will we come across this time?
Some in-the-field research?
A walk would be nice.
Or all the 3 Archons, maybe. But I need a DPS.
All right. I'll link your Akasha terminal to record data. The next step is to use this knowledge capsule. Hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish a connection with it so you can activate its power.
Open your inventory and use the can knowledge. Okay. Use. Really? As if I saw countless sword-wielding figures fighting one moment and then in the next they disappeared into the recesses of my memory.
Hey, how are you feeling?
I felt something for a moment. Whatever was inside the knowledge castle became a part of my memory.
You mean that it worked?
All right. Time for round 2. Fight with the same composure as before.
The House of Cant time.
worthless.
Alright, we got that.
Now, I'll start recording data again.
Alhaitham, how's it going?
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve his combat capability. During the second fight, his overall fighting performance increased by 0.073%.
Are you like Catherine? A robot? A doll? A cipher?
How much?
That's basically zero.
Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us! 1 million mora? This thing isn't worth a tenth of that amount!
Of course, this could be because he is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce a substantial increase.
That's basically zero.
At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deal seems increasingly worth my investment.
Why, thank you very much.
I'm heading back to Akela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time. This is Mora for when you ask Dory for information. Pay her as much as she requests.
Oh, alright, so we're having another daddy. A daddy like child is the daddy at Liyue, while here in Sumeru it's Alhaitham. Alright. 2 days from now. But we're going to be ending our video in here, so yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.